Within this lesson, I want to quickly introduce how to use Bootstrap. So over here within my HTML, I've got a bunch of divs, I've got a bunch of classes, they're class BTN, BTN default, I've got button groups, so BTN groups, and I've got just a bunch of different options here for presenting various elements as buttons. So when I go into my HTML and if I just refresh this, so we get a lot of content here. And what Bootstrap does is it allows us to apply styling to all of this content. So in order to get Bootstrap, we go over to getbootstrap.com, and from getbootstrap.com, we have the ability to download Bootstrap. We have the ability to get all of the source code for Bootstrap, or we could simply use the Bootstrap CDN. So this is the latest version of the Bootstrap CDN. So I'm going to just quickly copy this and paste that into my HTML file. We also have some options to install Bootstrap with Bower and NPM, and also with Composer. So there's a bunch of other options, and there's a lot of different ways to pull in Bootstrap into your files. So now I'm going to go back over to my test HTML, and we're going to install that CDN. So I'm going to put that here at the top and save it. And for this lesson, as an example, I've got essentially a navigation bar, so a menu bar with a bunch of different buttons here. So now when I go back out to my file, I refresh it, we see that I've got all of the buttons lined up. I also have these drop downs, which I need to add in one more feature into it in order to get that working. So I'm going to go back over to Bootstrap, and I'm going to get the Bootstrap JavaScript. And this is going to allow me to have that added functionality where I can drop down these menu items. So now I'm going to go back into my code, bring that in, and install the JavaScript. And one thing with Bootstrap JavaScript, we also need to include jQuery. So now I need to go over and get a CDN for jQuery. And there's a few different places to get CDNs. I usually get the developers.google.com libraries. I find that these are really, they've got a good collection of libraries here. So this is where I usually go to get jQuery, but of course there's different options. And just like the Bootstrap, you could download the libraries. So I'm just having a little bit of trouble selecting all of it there. Now go back into my code, place that in there and save it. Now I can go back out to my project and refresh it, and now I can see that I get a fully functional navigation menu. And this is what Bootstrap is able to do. It allows us to really quickly get all of this great styling and functionality. So we're going to be using Bootstrap within this course, and this is a quick demonstration of how to add Bootstrap and what Bootstrap is, and of course how to use Bootstrap and set up the different CDNs that are available online.